turn this trailer into a tiny house. Before it goes up, must come down.
Pull your cart, little boy.
This is a lot of work, but we'll get there.
There's still more water coming out of that thing.
Anyone else gonna go to the bathroom?
You can't afford a nice door.
Oh, yeah?
Cheap ass.
Oh, that's it? Really? That's what we're gonna go with that? By the way, where you're gone, I made this. That's my face. Like I put my face on it and I drew a. This is my eyes.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's my nose. This is my nose and that's my chin.
I want to know why you're doing that. Can you explain?
I'm very tired.
Oh, well, I've survived so far. 2 months and a week of almost 24/7 with this guy.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't even think about it! Don't even dream
The walls of the project.
Oh, but the project. The moment you think about doing a tiny home,
Go buy one.
check yourself into a mental institution. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the TinyWanderland Chronicles. I am your host Jay. Before we get started, there's something I want to let you guys know right away, right from the get-go, okay? It's the first thing we're going to get out of there. A couple things are going to happen in this episode. One, as the title suggests, Heather is leaving. Her time had run out. Heather had come for a vacation during COVID-19 and ended up helping me build the Tiny Wanderer. Probably not her idea of a vacation at all. And if it hasn't already been said, I do want to extend my deepest apologies, Heather. I had no idea that that was going to consume so much time. I really thought we were going to go down to Arizona and Carl was going to help us put it together in a couple of weeks. And, well, it's probably basically not. I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting tongue-tied here, guys. But anyway, it wasn't happen. It didn't happen that way. So once again, sorry, Heather. And I think the title slide was kind of appropriate for this specific episode. When you see the picture of the bars and you're gonna go, oh wow, like it really hits home that was what happened. So again, rambling and don't know why I am, and I was looking for something and I cannot find it to save my life for whatever reason. It's not coming up. Wow. There it is. Yep. Okay. Found it. Title slide. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm on the right track. Okay. Let's get into it. Well, there's me trying out Robert's, I told you how he was going to put that nut on the jack so that I could just spin it with a special drill bit. And that did last for a few months. If you watch the actual Tiny Wanderland, you get to see the episode where we replaced that jack with a more sturdy one. But again, we were experimenting. That's me grinding some bolts or some, I think, screw heads off of the end of the bed so that I didn't get poked. Heather always caught the most beautiful pictures, didn't she? A rainbow over the storage units. I think that's my second King of the World pose. I'm actually extremely lucky I didn't fall and break my neck in that pose, but just more work around the Tiny Wanderer. That was setting up the shower, I think, as a view from the back. Remember, you guys, it's going to happen really fast in this episode. Like in one shot, you're going to see like nothing, and then all of a sudden it's just going to be finished. And that's not, of course, how it happened, but there was so much going on. Heather making another store run for me. I think that Heather took these pictures of the different campers and the different RVs because all along I think everyone thought I was just going to give up and go out and buy an RV. And I don't know if completing the Tiny Wanderer was more of an obsession, a challenge, a goal. But if you look through these episodes, you probably saw a plaque that said "Don't quit." I've had that plaque for better than 20 years now. And Heather leaving me a note. I'll let you guys read that note. And the interesting thing is, if you look where it says Bombshell, that was Heather's nickname, right underneath that, the rest of the note doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I'm looking at the refrigerator now in the Tiny Wanderer, and magnetized between a magnet of California and Wyoming and Maryland is that exact same note cut off at the word bombshell. I carry it with me wherever I go. Again, this was part of the title slide, but it was I think apropos for the way Heather must have been feeling during this trip. Feeling chained, feeling like she was in prison. This was not what she signed up for. And then there you go. There you have it. I'm back at Roberts with the Tiny Wanderer. You can see it's half carpeted. A lot has happened. Of course, there was a lot of progression to get to that point, but you wouldn't have seen it because Heather was leaving and she was nowhere around for the last 2 days before she left. She was getting ready to go. So, of course, I'm not going to stop and take pictures. I was just going to work. So there's me posing with the Tiny Wanderer. This is back at the lair. Interesting to note that after Heather left, it felt like the wind had been sucked out of me. I won't lie and say Heather wasn't an inspiration in this project, but she was a motivation. I was working really hard towards the end so we could get some adventures in before the summer was over, and it just wasn't to be. It just wasn't to be. I took Heather to Vegas. Now, what took place in Vegas is personal, so that doesn't belong in the Tiny Wanderland. But I will tell you this, our goodbye wasn't the way it should have been. It didn't end the way I wanted it to. And Heather, again, if you're out there, I'm really sorry about that. I couldn't take it, guys. I couldn't take one more minute of looking at this. So I shoved that trailer as far as I could into that unit, shut the door and locked it. And me and Maggie journeyed up to Blowhard Mountain, and these views are exactly what I had been fighting all summer for to accomplish with Heather with the Tiny Wanderer. And I don't know why my microphone is popping. The whole time I did a test, it wasn't popping at all. Now it just decides to pop. So anyway, these were taken from Blowhard Mountain, Utah. I spent an entire weekend up there with Maggie, and just unbelievably beautiful skies and peace. But eventually, guys, it was time to get back to reality and to finish the Tiny Wanderer. There was still a lot more to go. I know you said, wow, holy crap, first it was walls, then there was carpet, just like that. Well, no, not just like that. A lot went on between there. And I feel like I'm missing some photos. For whatever reason, I can't find them, but I'm going to do a search right after this episode to make sure I'm not jinxing you guys out of photos, but I honestly think you guys are probably not missing that much. Anyway, thank you for hanging along with me. Special thank you to Heather for all of your service and work and dedication. As you know, Heather is part owner of the Tiny Wanderer. And if the person that went on leave from COVID, that handles legal stuff for our company, ever comes back to work, I know she went off to Mexico and then she had a baby, and she will eventually write a contract that Heather will carry with her. Now, I don't know what being part owner of something that you don't have your hands on means. I guess for Heather, it's just an assurance that her work wasn't for nothing. But she is part owner, and I'm going on record in saying that she has a 50% ownership stake in the Tiny Wanderer for her work and her efforts, and some of the money as well. So I just want that on record. Okay, guys, feel free to follow us along on the social medias. There it is, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. Like, subscribe if you had a good time. Even if you didn't, make a comment below. And I will see you guys in episode 29 of the Tiny Wanderland Chronicles.